Have you ever heard that if you're managing diabetes, you should steer clear of anything sweet, especially fruit? Maybe you've stood in front of the fruit display, eyeing a shiny apple or a bunch of grapes, and thought, that's too risky for me. For years, the advice has been simple. Sugar is a danger, so sweet fruit must be too. But what if that warning leaves something out? What if the fruits you pass by every week, the simple, sweet ones, could actually support your health instead of harm it? New research is bringing old ideas about fruit and diabetes into question. Studies now show that several common sweet fruits can actually help regulate blood sugar, soothe digestion, and fight inflammation when enjoyed thoughtfully. In fact, more and more doctors across America are changing how they talk to their patients about fruit. Today, I want to share 5 wonderfully sweet and easy-to-find fruits that have helped many older adults feel more energetic, less inflamed, and more able to keep their blood sugar balanced. We'll discuss why these fruits are helpful, the smartest ways to enjoy them, and one simple adjustment you could make this week that might help you feel better. Because as we age, we should never feel like we need to give up the pleasure of fruit. Everyone deserves these simple joys, especially in our later years. Before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, now is a good time to do so. And turn on those notifications so you won't miss new tips just for you. If you like what you hear today, leave a 1 in the comments. If it's not what you were hoping for, let me know by typing 0. It helps me make even better content for you in the future. Let's begin. First up, strawberries. Sweet, but oh so smart. There's something about a bowl of strawberries that brings back warm memories. Summer picnics, family gatherings, or small treats made by someone you love. But for many of us, especially those who are carefully tracking blood sugar, strawberries seemed off limits. The message used to be clear: they're too sweet for safety. Yet now, science and everyday experience tell another story. Strawberries might be sweet, but they're genuinely smart. Each berry is packed with natural plant colors, called anthocyanins, that help the body slow down how quickly sugars enter the bloodstream. In other words, you can have their sweetness, but avoid the sharp rise and fall of blood sugar spikes. That's just the start. Strawberries are full of antioxidants, which help calm down inflammation, something many of us notice with stiff joints in the morning, sore hands after yard work, or the dull ache in our lower back. Strawberries go to work quietly, helping your joints, your heart, and even your mind. And 1 cup of these berries offers gentle fiber that helps keep digestion regular without upsetting your stomach. Don't forget, there's also the simple happiness that comes from enjoying something sweet, cool, and guilt-free. Many people I know say that eating strawberries helps them feel lighter, more awake, and more in control, especially as a snack in the late afternoon, alongside a few pecans or a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt. Eating strawberries isn't just about what you're putting on your plate. It's about a small, thoughtful moment just for you. It's comfort, memories, and health all in one. So, next time you find a container of fresh berries in your refrigerator, pause before passing them by. Savor them. Let them remind you, being healthy isn't about cutting out everything you love. It's about knowing what helps your body and welcoming those choices. And just when you think fruit couldn't be any sweeter or more surprising, wait till you hear what one of the most misunderstood fruits, grapes, offers for steady blood sugar. You may never look at them the same way again. Still with me? If these ideas are helpful, type 1 below to let me know. Now, let's go on to our second fruit. Grapes, tiny but mighty. For many older folks, grapes bring to mind memories of family picnics, church gatherings, or sharing a little snack with grandkids. But if you're aware of your blood sugar, you might have looked at grapes and worried that they're just too sugary. The truth, though, is surprising. These little fruits bring much more to the table than you might expect. Despite their size, grapes contain a special compound called resveratrol, mostly found in their skin. This compound has been studied for its ability to help the body use sugar more efficiently by supporting insulin sensitivity. For those in their 60s and beyond, as insulin resistance sometimes becomes more of a challenge, this is big news. Grapes, it turns out, can be a sweet fruit that actually supports your health in a quiet, powerful way. Grapes are also full of antioxidants, which help the body reduce inflammation and the stress that can lead to everything from diabetes trouble to achy joints, fatigue, and those little memory lapses. Many older adults who used to avoid grapes now find them to be gentle helpers, offering hydration, comfort, and simple pleasure in every bite. If you eat them slowly and not too many at once, especially when paired with a protein, like a slice of cheddar or a few walnuts, grapes are more likely to help keep your blood sugar steady, not make it jump. And there's also something comforting about a fruit that's easy. Grapes are ready to eat, need no peeling or slicing, and taste great year-round. A bowl of cold grapes on a summer day feels like a treat. Toss them in a salad or serve them with cottage cheese, and they turn an ordinary meal into something special. You can even freeze grapes and enjoy them as a satisfying dessert when you need to beat a sugar craving. Really, grapes show us that wellness doesn't only come from medicine. Often it's the smallest gifts from nature that offer the most help, especially when we see them as friendly, not forbidden. Choosing grapes means choosing something sweet that brings you balance, nourishment, and joy. But grapes aren't the only everyday fruit with hidden strength. Up next is one you probably have in your kitchen right now. It's crisp, familiar, and possibly the most reliable fruit you can pick. Let's turn to apples. Apples, the original everyday wellness helper. There's a quiet honesty to an apple. It isn't flashy or rare, but waits patiently in the fruit bowl. Familiar, trustworthy, and, it turns out, very wise. We've all heard the old saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." And while it may feel a bit old-timey, it really rings true, especially as we get older. For those worried that apples might be too sweet for diabetes management, here's a comforting fact. Nature built in its own protection. Underneath the apple's thin skin is a type of fiber called pectin. This type of fiber slows down how sugars move into your blood. So, eating an apple brings steady, measured energy rather than a sharp sugar surge. But apples do more than steady blood sugar. They help with digestion, make it easier to stay regular, and even support healthy cholesterol levels. For older adults, this gentle help is worth its weight in gold. There's no need for harsh medications or digestive upsets, just the natural, comforting support of a simple fruit. Biting into a crisp apple is grounding. The flavor is familiar, and for many of us, it recalls autumn afternoons, homemade pies, or school lunches from years gone by. Apples aren't just food. They're a connection to pleasant memories and family traditions. And don't forget how versatile apples are. Slice one up, sprinkle with a little cinnamon, and you've got a naturally sweet snack. Add some almond butter or a bit of sharp cheese, and you've created a balanced treat that respects both your taste buds and your well-being. Even when baked or stewed, apples still deliver comfort and health, turning into warm food for cold days. Including apples in your day is a simple way to show yourself kindness. It's evidence that you deserve foods that work with your body, not against it. Living with diabetes doesn't mean losing what you love. It's about finding a fresh way to appreciate it. While apples are steady friends, there's another fruit ahead that might surprise you even more. This tropical treat, often judged for being too sweet, can bring remarkable benefits when eaten wisely. It's golden, juicy, and just might help you see what's possible in a diabetes-friendly diet. Let's talk mango. If you're still listening and learning, type 1 in the comments so I know you're here. Let's keep moving. Point 4. Mango, a touch of the tropics, full of surprises. Just hearing the name mango can make your mouth water. It brings visions of sunny places, warm breezes, and indulgence that feels almost too good to be true. For many seniors watching their sugar, mango is often seen as forbidden, a guilty pleasure to avoid. But maybe that's not quite fair. Mango truly is a fruit of balance. Yes, it's naturally sweet, but it's also full of fiber, which slows down how sugar is released after you eat it. So, when you enjoy a small serving, especially with the skin or in combination with a bit of protein, mango won't overwhelm your system. It supports it gently and gradually. The real wonder of mango goes beyond blood sugar, though. It's rich in vitamin C, helping the immune system stay strong as the years pass, and packed with vitamin A, which is essential for eyesight and healthy skin. Mango also contains helpful antioxidants that support the liver and fight against wear and tear on our bodies, which affects aging, inflammation, and memory. For those of us facing fatigue or stiff joints, or simply feeling a bit slower, mango can be a bright spot. There's delight, too, in eating mango. Every bite is like a bit of happiness, reminding you of summer, travel, or childhood days spent around a fruit tree. That happiness matters because food is not just about nutrition, it's about joy and living well. Try cutting up a small piece of mango and pairing it with some plain Greek yogurt or a handful of almonds. The added protein balances the natural sweetness, making for a snack that feels like dessert without any regret. Or toss mango chunks into a salad with chicken breast for a colorful, refreshing lunch that helps both your spirits and your sugar balance. Choosing mango is about saying yes to sweetness without worry. It's a way to remind ourselves that health can be full of color, flavor, and small pleasures. You don't have to let go of joy to live wisely. You just need to know how to choose it, one bite at a time. And when you think the list can't get any more uplifting, there's one more classic fruit with lasting power. It's bright, refreshing, often taken for granted, but hides surprising support for those of us looking to age well. Let's turn now to oranges, a longtime friend with much more to offer than vitamin C. Oranges, not just a source of vitamin C. There's a special kind of comfort in peeling an orange. The gentle snap of the skin, the fresh, cheerful scent, and the way each segment comes apart easily in your hands. For so many older Americans, oranges have been a simple pleasure, turning up in school lunch bags, holiday baskets, and breakfast plates. Still, when it comes to diabetes, many hesitate, worrying that the tart, sweet flavor signals too much sugar. But is that really true? When you look closely, both at the fruit and at the facts, you'll see that oranges, eaten whole and not as juice, are among the most misunderstood fruits for blood sugar management. The trick is the fiber, especially the part between the slices. That fiber helps slow how quickly sugar gets into your system, keeping your blood sugar from spiking all at once. It delivers a steady, gentle sweetness that our bodies need even more as we grow older. But oranges give you much more than flavor. They're packed with vitamin C, which everyone needs for a strong immune system, especially as our defenses get softer as we age. Oranges are also a good source of potassium, which helps keep blood pressure stable and control swelling, important for people managing both heart and blood sugar issues. The natural plant compounds in oranges help calm inflammation, boost blood flow, and even support clear thinking, all from a fruit that's often overlooked. And don't discount the emotional comfort of oranges. They're easy to take with you, simple to eat, and always satisfying. Eating an orange is a small way to take care of yourself. No need for fancy knives or recipes, just your hands and a little peace. Sometimes health is simple. Try pairing a small orange with a boiled egg or a few pecans for a snack that treats your body kindly. Or toss orange slices into a spinach salad with a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of sunflower seeds. You'll be amazed how this ordinary fruit can bring a meal to life and lift your mood. Even just peeling an orange and inhaling that clean scent can calm your nerves and brighten your day. Choosing oranges is really about more than meeting your nutrient needs. It's about reclaiming foods that give comfort and strength. It means trusting that your body can still thrive on the gifts of nature, as long as you eat them sensibly. Oranges remind us that a healthy life is not about missing out. It's about rediscovering what has always been good for us. But as helpful as it is to know which fruits nourish you, it's important to also know when to choose something else. Because not all fruits are equal, some can actually slow your healing if you aren't careful. So, which fruits should you avoid? Which fruits are best left out? It's a tough question. Many of us avoid asking it, especially after hearing for years that anything natural and from the earth must be good for you. But for those working to manage diabetes, especially later in life, the truth is a bit more complicated. Some fruits, however harmless they may look, can quietly get in the way of your progress. That doesn't mean we should be afraid of food, but we do need to be aware and open to learning what's best for us now. The main fruits to be cautious of aren't always the sweetest. They're often the ones most processed or changed from their natural state. Fruit juices, even when labeled 100% real, have lost the important fiber that slows down sugar absorption. What remains is a concentrated source of sugar that enters your blood quickly. That glass of orange juice in the morning? It might impact your sugar levels almost like soda would. Dried fruits can be troublesome too. A small handful of dried cranberries or apricots may look harmless, but they can have as much sugar as several pieces of fresh fruit and lack the water and fiber that typically slow things down. For those with slower digestion and changing insulin needs, that can be a lot for the body to handle. Even dried figs and dates, while full of nutrients, can cause big blood sugar swings if eaten carelessly. Don't forget about very ripe fruit either. A banana with lots of brown spots is sweeter than a firmer greenish one because its starches have turned to simpler sugars. For your body, that means a softer, riper banana will raise your blood sugar more quickly. You don't need to avoid these foods completely, but it's smart to keep portions small, choose less ripe fruit when possible, and pair sweets with something like nuts or yogurt to slow things down. A few tropical fruits, like pineapple and watermelon, can also be tricky. In small, fresh servings as part of a meal, they're usually fine. But eating large servings on an empty stomach is when problems can start. The key isn't to judge these fruits as bad. They just aren't always what your body needs right now, as it changes with age. What your body wants now is slower, more gentle support. Foods that hydrate, lower inflammation, and keep energy steady. Choosing the right fruits isn't about missing out. It's about wisdom and kindness to yourself. Now, let's bring all of this together with one final important thought. Your body deserves care, starting right now. With the years passing, we often learn that real health is so much more than following strict rules or numbers on a page. It's about how we actually feel, what it's like to get out of bed, to move, to think clearly, and to feel confident that we're making wise choices each day. Too often, fruit has been cast as the problem. especially for those trying to manage diabetes. But what we've discovered together is heartening. Not all sweetness is harmful. When fruit comes as nature intended, full of water, fiber, and gentle nutrients, it can nourish us at a deep level. Fruits like strawberries, grapes, apples, mangoes, and oranges aren't just snacks. They are reminders that food is comfort, memory, connection, and sometimes even celebration. Eaten with a little care and matched with your body's needs, these fruits give us a way to enjoy life's small pleasures without fear. And that matters a lot, especially as we grow older and simple joys become all the more precious. There's no need to turn your life upside down or give up the things you love. Maybe it starts with a bowl of cantaloupe in the afternoon or an apple at breakfast. Maybe you keep grapes in the fridge for an easy, sweet snack, or freeze slices of peach for warm days when you crave something cool and refreshing. Choices like these can feel small, but they matter. Every time you choose a food that supports both your comfort and your health, you're making space for hope. You're giving your body the respect and care it deserves, and that's one of the best gifts you can give, no matter your age. So here is your gentle reminder. It's not too late. It's never too late. You can start something new today and make the next chapter brighter. You decide what your days can feel like, what you put on your plate, and how you nourish the life you still want to build. Let food be your helper, not your worry. Let fruit become your friend again. And if this message rang true for you, share it. Your experience might help someone else on their journey, because the lessons we've learned only grow in value when we share them with others. Here's to kindness, health, and the small delights that make life worth living. You really do deserve them all. Are you ready for the next step? Let's think about how to build a simple, practical daily fruit routine that keeps your energy high and your blood sugar steady. It might be easier than you think, and it all begins with one small change. These lessons are here to help you live more fully and honestly. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please share something you've learned or a step you'd like to take in your own life. Let's support one another in embracing these truths. If you enjoyed what you heard, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, please type 0. It truly helps us do better. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this. Thank you for being here, and here's to living life every day on your own terms.